Can dating or marrying a narcissist be a good thing? Grab your stick, grab your drink. Let's get into this thing right now. What up, what up, what up? It's your boy JB coming back at you live and direct, and you know what it is. It's the Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. I'm the real Cigar Jeff, man. Y'all can go down in the description, find all of my information, follow me on the socials, get the merch, do all that kind of stuff. Y'all know the routine, man. As soon as you come to that building, mash that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn that bell for notifications. And we gonna jump right into this thing, man. I know y'all waiting on it, but before we get started, y'all know I gotta introduce my resident relationship expert and let her tell y'all who she is. Y'all peep the shirt that ain't on the merch store. Y'all peep the shirt and she can tell y'all what she's drinking tonight.
This thanks for having me back, JB. This shirt applies to this doggone podcast. That's all I know. This is what you do with that situation. And but tonight I'm sipping on one of my faves, my Rum Haven and pineapple juice. That's what I'm sipping on tonight.
Okay. All right. Rum Haven, pineapple juice. Got the I saw, I left early shirt on. Mm-hmm. This is one of Rhonda's favorite topics, guys, is narcissists and narcissism. She talk about it all the time. Before we jump in here, y'all know I got to tell y'all what I'm smoking on. I got the CAO Palone again. Smoked this a couple months back when I was doing a podcast, but I love this stick, man. Affordably priced, right? One of them sticks under $10 that if y'all want to go get it. But that CAO line all the way through, man, solid line. And of course tonight I had to bring back the Milagro Reposado. I'm cutting that bottle down, guys. I'm cutting that bottle down. So it's a economical night for me tonight. Milagro is nicely priced. The CAO is nicely priced. So we're gonna jump right into this thing. Can dating or marrying a narcissist be a good thing? Now, Rhonda, you know the routine. When you got the topic, what's the first thing that came to your mind?
Which one of your crazy friends asked you to talk about this subject?
Well, for the record, I don't have any friends.
Like, that was my initial thought. Like, who in the world asked you? Since you always say, look, one of my people sent me this, they sent me that. That's why I was like, who wants to talk about this? Because this is probably the biggest red flag you could ever have.
Wow. Okay.
In your life, if you have this going on, that's what I'm saying. Like even peeking at a narcissist is dangerous.
See, this is why we having the discussion, y'all. Because Rhonda can't stand if you hear Rhonda reference narcissist in your name in the same sentence. It ain't a good thing for you, right?
It ain't a good thing, period.
I started diving into this thing because I hear it all the time. You see it on the Instagram reels. You see it on the videos and stuff like that out there. A lot of people. This word is probably one of the most non-offensive, polarizing words out there.
Oh, it's offensive.
Right. It's either offensive to some or endearing to others. Right. One of the things that
only to the narcissist.
Remember, one of my favorite James Bond movies was when Lashif said, "One man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter." Right. So that's what we're gonna get into with this thing tonight. Look, guys, I don't have an answer. My job is to lay this thing out. And give y'all some stuff to look at, because I just wanted to dig a little deeper into it with me and Rhonda. Because whenever me and Rhonda talk offline, like you hear this a lot, right? You hear this word a lot. But I think a lot of people got to understand the first thing you got to decide is, the first thing you got to know is what's the definition, and let's let people know, like here's what you are actually dating if you're dating a narcissist. Because I don't think a lot of people know. Sometimes buzzwords get out there, and just because we don't agree, I'm a narcissist or you're a narcissist, right? It can't be. I want to make sure people get the right definition.
It's a certain behavior, yeah, because it's a certain behavior.
It's a certain behavior.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna show it to you, right? So one of the things, first thing we're gonna do is I got 2 articles to share with y'all that's gonna bring out 11 signs that you're dating a narcissist, And then the next one we're going to go over is 8 pros and cons of dating a narcissist. And I'm going to be getting around the feedback throughout. Right?
You're not going to want that.
Let's jump right into this thing. Let me share my screen. Okay. So let's get into this one first. Rhonda, let me know if my screen starts to freeze or something like that too. Can you see that? So can you see that right now?
I can, yeah.
Okay, guys. Now this is November 2018. It's a little bit older than I want, but we're over here at cosmopolitan.com. And are you dating a narcissist? Here's how to know for sure. I knew Rhonda. Let me tell you this. Rhonda gonna tell y'all to leave that person if they're a narcissist. I want you to kind of at least consider the adjustments you can make so you don't flare the narcissist up.
What? Oh my God. This ain't gonna work. You said how many minutes if I could cuss? How many minutes if I could cuss? Okay.
Rhonda, her internet didn't go out, y'all. Don't even believe that. Okay, yes, you may know you may know what the word narcissist means. Thing is, if you thinking it just means a guy who exclusively brags about his trust fund and never asks you any questions on a date, you might miss the narcissist right in front of you.
Yeah, because that ain't it.
Turns out, not all narcissists are insufferably entitled rich boys and cyclist loafers. Plenty can seem like woke feminists who'll drink at every word you say more than any other man ever has, until they do a 180 and call you a bitch in the middle of a small fight. Yep. Dating a narcissist and unpacking his or her behavior can feel incredibly damaging and exhausting. So here's a handy list of 11 signs you need to move on. And for the sake of time, guys, I'm just going to read the 11 me and Rhonda discuss, okay?
Yeah.
Number 1, they did everything to win you over. They did everything to win you over in the beginning. What do you think about that, Ron?
Absolutely.
They did everything to win you over in the beginning. And this is what I want you guys to see. When I saw this, I'm like, okay, what were you doing in the beginning? So if you're dating a narcissist and they're no longer trying to win you over, you got to go back to what you were doing in the beginning.
No, they're predators. So no, again, it's a behavior.
Okay. Now, when I saw this, Rhonda, this thing said narcissists are masters of love bombing.
That's what they do.
Right? Yeah, hold on. You got to discuss it. You can't just make a statement, right?
Red flag.
Okay. I'm gonna go through these real quick because we're gonna jump in this thing.
Talk about them. Yeah.
All right. Number 2. What the hell? Is my internet gone?
You done blocked. Did they done blocked you out?
Is my internet gone?
Is Debbie acting up down there or is she gone?
No, Debbie gone. Interesting.
Is it something you gotta pay for?
Shouldn't be.
Oh, okay.
Shouldn't be.
Did you write down the 11?
Hold on. Let's
go back out
way.
and come back in.
Let me reload it, guys.
I'm gonna drink.
All right. Let me reload it. What? This is Cosmo Unlocked. This is not on my. Interesting, guys. I got it on my phone. I'm gonna go through them on my phone, Ron.
Oh, okay.
That's why I pull it on my phone sometime too, because that didn't happen when I was looking at. Number 2, guys. Number 2, and this link will be linked in the description, guys. Okay. So they did everything to win you over in the beginning. Number 2, they're wildly selfish when they can get away with it. What do you think about that one, Ron?
Yes.
Number three, they care more about your image as a couple than the relationship itself. Yeah. Now I didn't. Right, I'm gonna tell you, I didn't disagree. I disagreed with this one because I thought they cared more about their image than the couple image. That was me, so I was surprised to see this one.
Again, out in public. Out in public.
Okay.
Behind closed doors, it's all about them too.
Yeah. Narcissists don't focus on growth in a relationship is what the subtitle was in number 3. So let's go to number 4. Number 4, they're constantly nitpicking everything you do. When they first met you, they loved everything. Now those same things. You laugh, you're wearing Doc Martens, you love a bad reality TV are a problem. Is that something?
I'm trying to think, who did they meet? That's all. Because it's not that light. That's all I'm saying. It's not that light.
Yeah. So this is just 11 signs to know. So number 5, it's literally impossible to argue with them. Literally impossible to argue with them. Okay? Narcissists are so volatile and deeply confusing. It's actually very simple. They are never wrong.
Mm-hmm.
They are never wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Rhonda, you agree with that one too?
Absolutely.
This gonna be a good podcast. All right, number 6. They're masters at making you think that you're the dramatic one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, guys, if you are dramatic though, if you are actually dramatic, you can't call them a narcissist if you are actually dramatic. You can't call her a narcissist, and we got to make sure this happens with both genders. Can we agree to that, Ron?
Oh, it absolutely does. But
Right?
mostly men.
But yeah, well, I should have picked a different topic. She on one tonight. They are masters at making you think that you're the dramatic one. And one of the things I want to start with this one, guys, is because one of the things you're going to find is you got to be able to have logical discussions. And if you are actually dramatic, you got to own that too. So I can't be called a narcissist because you came to the relationship with dramatic responses. Now, maybe I put up with it in the beginning because of what I was looking for. But now we're past that moment, and it's a different ballgame. What you think about that one, Ron?
Oh, I'm gonna need you to stop dressing it up.
I'm not dressing it up. I'm giving a different perspective, guys.
Is that what it is? That, okay, so maybe I'm a narcissist then.
Yeah, I think because Ron don't even hear my part.
Because I feel like I'm talking. What's the dude that just died? What's his name? That you love? What's his name?
Who, Kevin Samuels?
Yes, I feel like I'm talking to him. But go ahead.
Number 7, they're repeatedly crappy. They didn't say that, but when you look, they're repeatedly crappy to their friends and don't have any close ones. Right? Now, here's what y'all gonna find. Don't call him a narcissist just because he don't want to introduce you to his friends. He got some close ones. They just might not be introduced to you. Or she might not be introducing you.
Man, I want this podcast to stay alive.
Yeah, it is. It is gonna stay alive, right? I'm just putting it out there now. Number 8, they have a roster of crazy exes.
Yeah, anybody. Lord have mercy.
What you say, Ron? So now they drove the girl crazy?
Yes. He done drove every last one of them girls crazy. Every last one of them.
That ain't fair.
It's too many Lifetime movies out there with documentation.
Guys, if you got a roster of crazy exes now.
Yes.
Okay. Now notice it's a roster. Now what roster we talking about? Basketball, baseball, football.
Rugby.
What do you say? Offense, defense, and special team?
Lacrosse. I don't know how many.
All of them.
All
right, guys, we're getting close to the end on this one. Number 9, they're suddenly really sweet again the moment you show a hint of independence. Now, guys, I can tell you right now, be careful, because don't be mad at him if he didn't show. Okay, you want to roll by yourself? Cool, go ahead. Right? Because again, a lot of people, Ronnie, what I'm saying to you, some people want the person to be like this. Right? Some people,
again, toxic relationships are the best relationships.
Right? I get it. That's where I'm going with it, right? Y'all got to understand that if y'all toxic, we ain't talking about toxic relationships.
But if they interacted with a true narcissist, they wouldn't want that mess no more ever in their life.
Yeah.
Like a real narcissist.
Yeah, but that's the point is, guys, don't confuse toxicity with narcissism. Right?
They walk hand in hand. They best buddies.
No. You put that Ram Haven up. Look, guys, we're gonna get to number 10. They lash out when they realize they're replaceable. Now, guys, I can tell you like this. I think every guy accepts the fact that he's replaceable. Now, what I'm saying is, if they lash out, I get that. I give him that, Ron. Because if they lash out, because everybody knows when they go in, they replaceable. So I don't see how that becomes narcissist behavior. Now, when they lash out, I get it.
Not to a narcissist.
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
If you are,
I'm trying to see the problem. Look,
exactly.
They lash out when they think they're replaceable. Now, here's the funny thing, guys. Everybody. Look, technically, man, if you come into a relationship with open eyes, you know everybody's replaceable. You know every person you get. If you think the girl is attractive, if you think the guy's attractive, they got other options. And the moment y'all get together, those options increase because people love taking another person's relationship.
Narcissistic.
Let me see. Number 11, final one.
Mm-hmm.
Dating them makes you feel worse about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Rhonda, look, we're gonna start with number 11. Dating them makes you feel worse about yourself. Now, Rhonda, see the reason why I pulled this article up for me.
I don't know why.
No, because again, I thought it was a good article. I may not agree with all of them, but if you have self-esteem issues coming in, you're gonna try to find somebody who has self-esteem.
But a narcissist is not gonna pick a male or female. They're not gonna pick someone who they can't manipulate. They're not gonna pick someone who they can't gaslight. They're not gonna pick someone like they can't, because otherwise, yeah, they wouldn't make it.
So is it possible? Is it possible now? Is it possible?
They're a predator.
Is it possible that men who start out not operating in a narcissistic mentality, right? Is it possible they don't start out this way, they become this way?
No.
Because a lot of these things that's happening, so when they talk about independence, when they talk about some of these 11 things, Rain, what I'm saying is that the guy wasn't doing this in the beginning. Is it something that possibly could have changed that turns a person into a narcissist?
So the only thing that could possibly happen, and I don't want to give them no room to think that this behavior is okay, because it's not. Okay, let's start there. The only thing that can make a narcissist what they are is their childhood trauma. And
you don't think previous relationships where they came
what's
in?
your first relationship? If we're gonna be honest, who was our first?
Oh yeah, your first relationship is your parent, right?
Yes, right. Both sides.
Both sides,
whether they're there or not, right?
Yeah.
Whether they're there or not,
okay,
it's gonna shape who you are, right? And so, I watched a clip the other day of Good Times. If anybody ever heard of the show Good Times with JJ and all them, and James Evans was no joke, and I love me some doggone James Evans, right?
Yep.
But I also love the Jeffersons. But when you talk about George Jefferson, he was the only one that was always right. James Evans was always, I ain't saying they're a narcissist, but when he was stuck on something, I don't know if you remember that young man that came to stay with Michael for the weekend, and he didn't want to study. Michael studied, and James took him back there and walked his
the hell out of him. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And Florida didn't want him to do
it.
Florida, like, just leave it. But when James had it in his mind, he's not a narcissist though. He was just being a dad. But I do believe if you are, like, whatever happens to you in your childhood would definitely have those traits set up. So I can't say that you don't turn into one, because you do, but it's not because of grown-up relationships that you've had with another grown-up person, like because you're a grown-up. It's because of what you saw other grown-ups do.
And that's kind of what I'm saying to you. You remember that one bullet point on this article? It said a roster of crazy exes, right? Let's be honest. It can go both ways, right? Because at the end of the day, you get in this one relationship where you get hurt or you get done wrong, and it keeps happening. What if being the good guy or the good girl didn't work for you? Does that now become...
It's possible.
Right? Because you talked about... Nobody sets out to have a bunch of relationships. We're all searching for that special one. We can agree with that, male or female, right? We all searching for that special one. Now, some people just say, bump it, I'm done searching, I'm just going to play the field and that kind of thing. The reason why I think, Randy, this is a good conversation to have, because I think this whole narcissist thing is we're forcing people into relationships who shouldn't be in one. You got to know who gonna get that late night call, and we just kind of, we friends with benefits versus trying to be in a relationship. Jump in there.
But narcissism in and of itself is about having dominance or control over someone else, having that fear instilled in someone else.
Okay.
Right? That's why pedophiles are predators, right? They're narcissistic in the fact that they know that they could control or groom this child to do or not say what they want them to do and say and all that good stuff, right? So maybe it's that people have narcissistic qualities.
I think we all do. The question is, I think they lay dormant until somebody...
the behavior.
Narcissism is born out of hurt, though. Narcissism ain't born...
everything is born out of hurt.
Not everything. Not everything.
Everything, because you choose to be good with the hurt or you choose to be bad with the hurt.
Agreed.
Everything evolves out of that.
But my point to you is that a narcissist is not born like that. A narcissist is operating out of a wound that can't heal because of that same wound keeps getting infected, keeps getting attacked, right? It can't heal over.
Well, that's what I saw. Is for not having a roster of doggone exes.
We don't do no therapy.
Yes, you do need therapy. Yeah, I said therapy. Yes, you do need therapy.
You terrible. You terrible.
You terrible. No, man, I'm telling you, it's just that it's such a hard subject because of the love bombing, because of all the things that they do. By the time you realize you're with the narcissist, you're way in too deep. And I think that's the thing. But I think
that's the whole point, guys. The reason why dating a narcissist, I believe, can be a good thing, or marrying a narcissist can be a good thing, is if you understand you got one, you ain't have no problems out. They're gonna make sure.
No, you will have problems.
How you gonna have problems if you don't trigger it?
No, trigger is for therapy. Trigger is for therapy. If you got triggers, you need.
No, look. If you look at what's happening now, they knock you off your feet. They knock you off your feet, right?
Exactly. Knock you off your feet, and then they're gonna treat you like crap.
No, they're not. Not if you don't do the things. Not if you.
Why should I have to walk around on eggshells?
But you're not walking around yourself. But you're not walking around on eggshells.
Making sure I don't. Okay, we're not about to be Ike Turner up on this podcast.
You're not. But if y'all look at what happens, we talking about the negative parts of a narcissist. I get that. That's the part of the podcast. But at the end of the day, a lot of the women these men want, they gonna have some of these qualities.
These are not qualities. These are red flags. These are do not pass go, do not collect $200, go straight to jail.
What the Bible say? We born to sin and shape in iniquity, right? What am I choose? Well, that's why I'm telling people these are qualities. Because if you tell me it's a red flag, there's going to be people who say, okay, it may be a red flag to others, but it ain't a red flag.
You feel like you could change your narcissist.
Absolutely, right?
Change your narcissist.
Because the narcissist,
when they get around someone with confidence, they don't know how to operate. I've seen it too many times being around too many of my friends, and they do not know how to operate when they are around somebody that will call them on their BS.
I must not be a narcissist then.
That's questionable now. That's questionable now.
No, I'm just giving you a different way. Right, I'm giving you a different way to look at it, right? Because the narcissist is the one who gonna give you that
with the abuse. It's right up there with the abuse.
I agree. I'm not denying that component of it. What I'm saying to you guys, when you get on a roller coaster, the first time you get on a roller coaster, you ain't gonna hang your
head off. They lock you in, and you can't get off.
Right? But the first time I ride the roller coaster, I ain't putting my arms out when it's time to go down the hill. I got to hold on.
That ain't
now when I get on the second time,
ain't the Scooby-Doo.
Look, it ain't the Scooby-Doo. Now the Scooby-Doo, we know we can do that, right? Yeah. Shout out to everybody who's been accused of minion.
That rebel yell, though.
You get to go to Scooby-Doo to get your stomach right. Now that rebel yell, you're right. And don't talk about that push rebel yell now. So, and we realized we were riding a racist roller coaster, but they can change the name of it now. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. Right? You remember we were in Animal Kingdom, right? And we rode that roller coaster that starts going backwards.
Wasn't it? I thought that was Space Mountain.
No, that was Animal Kingdom. That was Animal Kingdom one.
Okay.
Right? So my point to you guys is this. You got to understand that if you date a narcissist, it's just letting you know it's going to be a bunch of peaks. And it's also going to be some valleys. The valleys are going to be just as bad as the peaks. That's the way I see it. Now, Rhonda, let me jump into this other article because we're going to tie this thing in to make sure y'all understand. My goal is when y'all leave this podcast, I want y'all to hear Rhonda's thoughts, but I also want y'all to understand that just because you find yourself with a narcissist, if you find yourself with a narcissist, make sure you're not a narcissist too, because it may be two rams bucking horns. Right? It might be two rams bucking horns, right?
No, they wouldn't be with another narcissist.
Right. Let me say, but what I'm saying to you is maybe one person being truthful with themselves and the other person lying to themselves. That's all I'm saying. All right. Now let's get into this other one, Rhonda, because y'all get fired up over here.
Blood pressure high.
All right, guys, come on over here. 8 pros and cons of dating a narcissist, right? Come on over here with me to the Good Men Project. See, Rhonda go like that. Good Men Project. You can see that, right, Rhonda?
Unfortunately.
Let me make sure this thing is.
It's still, it's clear though, for real though.
Okay. 8 pros and cons of dating a narcissist in 2022. So this is post-COVID, guys. Post-COVID. I'm gonna get to.
It really came out. It really came out.
It came out in COVID. 8 pros of dating a narcissist. Now, for all y'all slow people, pros mean the benefits. Okay. Narcissists are always up for doing something new. Narcissists are always up for doing something new. Do you agree with that, man?
With one caveat. Something new to destroy your self-esteem.
Oh yeah, no, you can. I'm talking about now. Don't be adding
that's
nothing.
that's what I'm saying. We had one caveat. That's why I said that. Like, but go
don't
ahead.
Be adding nothing now. Don't be adding nothing.
So just add the truth.
Right. Oh God.
My drink not gone, and we still ain't halfway through this call.
I'm drinking on this one. Right. But like I said, however, if you're looking for someone that's stable and consistent, a narcissist may not be the best choice. What I'm trying to tell you, some people are looking for these guys that are narcissists. Number 2, they are very charming and know how to make you feel special. Come on, ladies.
No, don't,
what?
Ladies.
What?
Don't.
What? They are likely to be successful in dating. Go back to the previous podcast we've done. Right? The narcissist is going to give you the best dates.
And then drop you like a hot potato and make you feel like you're crazy.
Well, because maybe you are, because guess what? If you got to appreciate when somebody going above and beyond.
But that's the love bombing.
But it's not. But Rhonda, it's not easy to love bomb.
I'm about to treat you the absolute worst I could possibly treat you. No, and then I'm gonna shower you with gifts.
No, it's not. I'm
doing this. I can treat you. No. Eat the cake, Anime. Eat the cake. No. That cake won't for her. But go ahead.
These are the pros. I'm gonna get to the cons. We're gonna get to
ladies, fellas. There are no pros. But go ahead.
They are very charming and they know how to make you feel special. So, ladies, y'all better understand. Don't be complaining about your being a guy now. Don't be complaining about you.
But he ain't gonna beat you.
But that's the whole point.
You want to be beat. You want to be beat.
Yeah. Some of them asking for it. I'm like, no. They are great at making conversation and keeping the conversation going. Come on, Rhonda. Look, now you got to give them credit. They're natural born leaders, and their confidence is usually contagious. Come on, now, Rhonda, you got to jump in there on that.
What did they say again? Great at making conversation.
Great at making conversation and keeping the conversation going. Come on, Rhonda. Look, I'm just telling y'all now. Y'all got to understand there are pros and cons to dating anybody. So if you date somebody or marry somebody, don't rule out a narcissist based on these pros now. Okay, number 4.
I bet a narcissist wrote this list.
I mean, he connected with me. Number 4.
I see.
They always look in their best and take pride in their appearance. Come on, guys. One pro of dating a narcissist, they always look in their best, take pride in their experience. In their appearance. While this may seem superficial, it can actually be a reassuring quality in a partner. We just did the podcast last week on cars being in the...
Which means you're going to be covering up your black eye when it's time to go out.
It does not mean that. It means that he's going to be just as particular about how you dress versus how he dresses.
Controlling, yes.
No, it's not. There's a certain image we try to put out there.
Who you that now?
Oh no, I can't see your face. I can't see your face. You say, what you say? Rhonda losing it, guys. I'm telling you.
No, I'm not gonna. This mess is for real.
Number 5. Let's go back to number 4. Look what that last one said. If you're attracted to confident people who take care of themselves, dating a narcissist may be a good choice for you.
Listen, Lord have mercy.
See, Rhonda, I'm just telling you now. Number 5. They're always up for trying new things in bed. Now, look, guys, I'm telling you now. Narcissists in bed also think about themselves often. They do not take care.
All the time.
What? Look, hold on. It jumped up. Hold on. Narcissists in bed also think about themselves often. They do not take care of their partner's needs, right? That's the bad thing. But they're confident and love to take risks. So they're always game for trying something in the bedroom. That's what it said about number 5, Ron. You still there?
I mean, you sound
okay.
so proud. I'm here.
I'm
proud.
So we get into the cons, guys. We get into the cons. Ron, that's the part for you. But you got to start giving some of these women credit who are actually narcissists. Because typically the people calling somebody a narcissist.
Lord, please let this podcast keep going after tonight.
Right over that point. Number 6. They are great.
I don't be praying. You know I'll be praying.
Look, they are great at making you feel like you're the only one that matters.
Yes,
come on now,
really do. No, it's not, because it's only about them.
That's what this is, the love bomber phase.
That's
when you're dating a narcissist, they will always make sure you feel special and like you're the center of their world. This can be very beneficial in a relationship as it can help you feel secure and loved.
And then you walk past the guy who look at you and then they about to knock you out.
No, the girl do that.
They make sure you look good, but they don't want you looking good for everybody.
The girl do that too, though, right? The girl do that too.
Have mercy.
Yeah. See, guys, this ain't gender based now. If you the narcissist in the relationship, more than likely you got a closet narcissist that you're with. One just better at hiding it. Number 7. They're usually good at making money and providing for their partners financially. Come on, Rhonda.
No, okay, this sounds like so many people.
One big pro is that they're pretty usually good with money. They tend to be go-getters and have the drive to achieve their goals, which often includes making a lot of money. Come on, ladies. Come on, fellas. This is part of what if you
lose your soul.
Yes, you lose it. Because your soul might have been taught wrong. Now, Rhonda, I'm going to have this same energy when it comes to the cons.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I'm going to have the same energy when it comes to the cons, guys. Number 8. They know how to charm your friends and family members. And Rhonda, this was one of the best ones because this is how you know you're not dating a narcissist.
Oh, my God.
They're not charming anybody outside of you. They don't care about anybody else around you. Because no, they care. Look, they don't care about anybody else around you. They'll do it for you. They ain't gonna do it for nobody else around you. You there?
I'm here, man.
So look at what it's saying. One of the most difficult things about dating narcissists is dealing with manipulative behavior. Narcissists are experts at charming people, and they often use this skill to take advantage of their romantic partners.
We can shut the call down right here.
They may try to turn your friends and family members against you, or they may criticize you in front of others in order to make themselves look better.
They do isolate you.
If you're dating a narcissist, it's important to be aware of their manipulative tendencies and stand up for yourself when necessary. So, guys, just stand up and let them know, and let her know you ain't going for it.
You mean you're going to get knocked the hell out when you get to the house.
No, in the car. Look, so
in the car, exactly.
Now, Rhonda, what do you think about the 8 pros before we move to the cons?
I don't like none of this. I don't like none of this. It's just what it is.
So you didn't like none of the 8? You don't agree with me?
Not, because it's going to come with the blind side. It always does. It's going to come with the blind side.
But you got to understand, a lot of these women are asking for men to be this and this and this. The most men falling in that category are going to be narcissistic.
Well, then that's what it is.
Right? So, guys, let's get to the cons. Let's see if Rhonda agrees with me.
I don't know if I'm ready.
Let's get to number 1. Narcissists can be very demanding, and they often require a lot of attention. They're excessively self-absorbed, has an inflated sense of their importance, and takes advantage of others. Okay.
Yes.
So, Rhonda, you agree with that one?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you guys. If you're dating a narcissist and you meet those demands and give them that attention, there ain't no problem.
The absolute what?
Rhonda, what are you talking about? Rhonda, we got to give them both sides of it.
No, we don't. We don't.
This
right here, we have somebody killing themselves.
Well,
feeling like they got to kill themselves. No.
Look at what she said, though. I just said it. So what happens if you find yourself dating one? Be prepared for a roller coaster ride. Be prepared for a roller coaster ride.
What woman you know that's looking to settle down? That wants something. She's not out here in these streets having fun. That's different. That's looking for something serious, gonna want to be on a roller coaster. And it ain't a tall one.
Well, if it ain't a tall one, it ain't a fun one.
Right.
You ain't Scooby-Doo all day. Scooby-Doo, you
You
all day.
look. This won't no roller coaster, but them teacups at Disney won't play with you.
Yeah, but yeah, if you've been waiting around your whole life,
So,
if you're raising at age 6, they good.
mm,
Number 2, guys, we're gonna get into this though. Number 2, narcissists can be very manipulative and they will often use guilt trips to get what they want.
yep.
Okay? Like I said, right? Be prepared for a roller coaster of emotion. Top of the world 1 minute, next minute you're feeling worthless and insignificant.
And bipolar.
Right? So if you give in to their demands, they will only use it as proof that they can control you. This is a con, guys. Right? Now
That's
here's
behavior.
Right? Okay. Number 3, narcissists often have a grandiose sense of self-worth and they believe that they are superior to others.
Yes.
Now, guys, look, here's the funny thing. One of the things so what she said is, what they said here is, they believe that they're better than other people and that they only deserve the best. Now, you can deserve only the best, but that's a big red flag. I'll use the word that Rhonda used now. There's no reason to think you're better than other people. You don't make choices that other people make, but that don't make you better than other people. Can you agree to that, Rhonda?
Yeah, we could try.
Right? So here's the deal. You can deserve the best. You can say you deserve the best, but deserving the best don't mean you got to put somebody else down.
Right. Absolutely.
Right? That's the whole point. I think that's what, if you meet somebody who believes they're better than other people, the worst thing I tell people is this. If you tell me you're going out on a date with a guy and he pays for the meal, the first thing I ask is how much did he tip? Because if I can take care of the person who's serving me, right, that says a lot about that person's behavior. But if you got a person who's serving them and they come up with a reason to not tip that person at the end of the night, get away from that person quick. Okay? Number 4. Sorry about that, Rhonda. Hold on. Number 4, narcissists are highly competitive and they can be very aggressive when they don't get their way. Now, guys, I can tell you like this. Again, most successful people are going to be competitive people. Can we agree with that, Ron?
Yes.
Your mic working?
It is. Yes. I said yes, but I said,
Right? Guys, this is why y'all got to understand that who you're getting with, if you get with somebody who can get you the finances you want and all that kind of stuff, they're going to be highly competitive. More than likely, they're going to be in sales, they're going to be in marketing, they're going to be forward-facing careers that require them to go out and get that deal and go hunting every day. Okay? I ain't making excuses. I'm just saying this can't be a con, right? Because if you don't get your way, you got to. It should bother you when you don't get your way. You don't get your way, and you say, "Okay, I'm good." All right. No, that ain't natural, bro. You there, Ron? Okay. I'll make sure you're there. Sorry.
No, I'm here.
Number 5, narcissists can be very selfish, and they often have a hard time taking other people's feelings into account.
Yep.
See, guys, let me tell you this. And again, I can see this being a con, but at that level, when you're meeting somebody who can do all this stuff, more than likely they got rid of feelings a long time ago. So I don't know if it's being done maliciously. Is it fair for me to say that, Rhonda?
See, to me, narcissism, I don't think it's fair because narcissism in and of itself is meant to do harm.
Okay.
It's meant to do harm. It's one thing for somebody to make a mistake, a one-time thing, but narcissists, they're continuously doing something. So that's why I can't dress it up. I guess what
I'm trying to say to you guys is that for everybody who's listening, if you get with a guy or a girl who can do these things financially and all this kind of stuff, more than likely, their feeling component of their life is gone. That's why it's not that they don't take your feelings into account. They don't deal with them anymore. So that's what I was saying. I get what you're saying too, Ron, because you make a good point. Right? Number 6, narcissists often have a distorted view of reality, and they may not be able to accept responsibility for their actions. Now, I will tell you this, guys. Anybody who won't accept responsibility for their actions, you won't stay away from.
Absolutely.
But if I fail, it ain't nobody else's fault but mine. If I fail, I got to make an adjustment because magically when I make adjustments, people around me make an adjustment. So, Rhonda, you agree with this one, right? Okay, so good. Number 6, guys, I think this is the biggest one. I think out of all the things they've said so far, if you got somebody, male or female, that is not accepting responsibility for their actions, that's worse than being a narcissist, right? Because at the end of the day, if they blame you for their failure, because that's basically what this means. But also, they don't give you credit for the success. If you were part of the success, they should be giving you credit for that too.
Oh, they don't give credit.
Number 7, narcissists can be very unstable and their moods can change rapidly. What about that one, Ron?
True.
Guys, I got to tell you, this goes back to the roller coaster thing, right? A person who can knock you off your feet, there's going to be ups and downs. That's just how it is, right? But like they said, it makes it difficult to have a healthy and stable relationship with the narcissist. Guys, if you want stability and all that kind of stuff, you've got to choose a different person. And this is why we've talked about this on this podcast a lot. What's your name? What do you do? The career going to tell you. The answer for what do you do is going to tell you. Narcissists is going to fall in certain categories, right? And if it's a high demand profession, get ready to be dating one. Get ready to be marrying one. And you're going to go through these roller coaster things. What do you feel like, Rhonda, when you hear me say that?
I mean, I agree to a degree.
Rhonda, I'm just saying, if you roll up on a dude who drives a Lambo or driving a Ferrari, and you ask him what he does, right? It ain't gonna be no 8 to 5. It ain't gonna be no stable. Stable thing, right? And if they don't have something that you can put in a traditional box, they gonna be put in a narcissist box. I'm just telling you, right? But you gotta know, if you like a man who got that stuff, you going through this. You go through this because high risk equals high reward, but also high risk equals high failure. Last one, around the number 8. Narcissists often have trouble maintaining healthy relationships, and they may have a history of cheating or being abusive. Right? Now, guys, look, there's people who ain't narcissists that have a history of this, but the narcissist is going to be more. It's going to be more evident, right? It's going to be more evident if you're a narcissist. I agree with this one because it's a history. Not a one-off, but a history. That's why the other article said a roster. They got a roster of crazy exes.
Yeah, starting with mama and daddy.
Okay, a roster of crazy exes starting with mama and daddy.
Yes.
So these last words.
Mama and daddy, babysitter, cousin, uncle, auntie, all of that.
Yeah, so basically her last words. So is dating a narcissist worth it? Well, that depends on your perspective. As with any type of relationship, there are pros and cons. Guess what I'm saying, guys? Any type of relationship, weighing the good against the bad, is up to you. What we can say for sure is that being in a relationship with a narcissist can be interesting and sometimes a challenging experience, right? This is the whole point, guys. It can be interesting and sometimes challenging. And that's what I wanted y'all to see, right? Because in essence, every relationship is challenging. Do you want the ups that come along with a narcissist? Jump in there, Rhonda. What do you think about those two articles?
I mean, I thought that they were interesting, but at the end of the day, it jumped over a main part about this is the behavior of a narcissist. These are not qualities, or these are some serious things. Like, they're not labeled that for a reason. Like, it's not just because we want to label somebody something. There is something inherently the same with people who think like that. And it's not that you can't have these qualities and not be narcissists. It's just that the reasoning behind it, like, they're diabolical with it to where they want to make sure that they tear you down.
Yeah.
And let them and also let them be the ones to build you back up. But if y'all ain't never heard nothing else, whoever tears you down can't build you up.
Okay.
Their whole purpose is to tear you down.
And Rhonda, I'm gonna tell you like this though, because we have conversations about relationships every time we do this podcast, guys. And I'm gonna tell y'all just like this. When social media came about, right? Because clearly narcissism is not new. But when social media came about, it changed relationships like crazy. Because now you got people who going on Instagram, going on Facebook, going on Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok, and they embracing this kind of stuff because they're willing to do it to get content. Right? So guys, let me tell you this. I never thought they could be the reason I did this, Rhonda, I never thought there could be a pro to being a narcissist, because all my teaching, narcissism is bad, no matter how you look at it. But now you look at this article, right? Now you look at this article though, and they're telling you the pros, like you said.
Everything is the intention, but everything is the intention behind something.
So, and what I want you guys to see, the reason why I have these discussions is because coming up, there's certain things that when it was time for a relationship, don't be this guy, be this guy. Well, now everything you got taught not to be is being glorified. Well, the part we don't see is all the stuff we just read to you on the cons and the 11 signs, right? This is the whole point. Because Rhonda, people will put up to it. People will put up with it for the gram, right? It used to be, if before social media, this wouldn't even be a podcast topic. This wouldn't even be a podcast topic. But now with social media, male and female doing this. Male and female doing this, right? It's so funny. Everybody getting on Simone Biles' boyfriend because he owned husband. Sorry, my bad, husband. He won her gold medals. Remember when he said he's the catch? Remember?
Yeah.
He said he's the catch.
Because he said that's what he was raised to believe, that
that's what he was raised to. That the man
not
was the
what
catch.
type of man, but just the man was the catch.
And he
would not put on her gold medal. Hell, I'll put on her gold medal.
But again, right? But if he's the catch, why he putting it on?
Because he found out he wasn't the catch. He found out like if they were on equal playing field. He found that out. He didn't know who she was supposedly, right? But he found out very quickly that she was somebody too.
I bet when the cameras ain't on, they fighting all the time. Allegedly, that's just my opinion. Y'all don't come after me. But
yeah,
what I'm saying to you guys is the reason I put these two articles up there is because some of y'all are bored in your relationship and you seeking this out. Right? This is what you attracted to.
Therapy.
Right? No, we don't do therapy over here.
Therapy.
Yeah. The guys, don't go spend your money on therapy. You can listen to Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. Me and Rhonda gonna walk you through it.
No. Not with this right here.
We saving relationships over here. My point to you guys is when you start looking at your relationship, if you find yourself in one of these relationships, you got to ask how you got there. And then you got to ask, what are your motivating factors on why? Because honestly, Rhonda, look, I think a lot of people are in these relationships right now, male and female. And you got taught traditionally, but what you attracted to is not traditional. This is the problem. And that person who was not traditional, they become your narcissist. They become it. Right? A lot of people are being turned into idol gods. A lot of people are being turned into idol gods in relationships. That's all I'm saying. Because when you grow up traditionally, as long as you stay in that environment, you got a pretty good chance of finding somebody like you where this doesn't exist. But the moment your life change and the environment change, you're going to be attracted to somebody who you feel like you're serving versus y'all being equal. And if it's ever feeling like you're serving, that's how that narcissism from that person going to kick in. No, not even close.
I can't. It's just not. At the end of the day, if somebody does stay in a situation like that, like that's on them. Hey, do what you do.
But I think that's the majority. I think that's the majority of relationships around the night in the social media game.
But again, with narcissism, there's this intent to keep things stirred up. There's this intent to keep you in bondage. There's this intent,
I agree,
maliciously to make sure. Like there, people are called stalkers for a reason.
Agree, but Rhonda, they got with this person for these glimpses of things they want to do for the gram, of things they want to do. Like some people will go chase that high, right? And they willing to put up, because eventually, guys, what it comes down to, there's going to be more downs than ups. Let's be honest. You know, see, at the beginning stage, there's a down, then there's an up. But then eventually, damn, I just stay down. I stay down. Look at what it said. It said, okay, when I find out you got interest from other people, what am I going to do? I'm going to step it up now. But I can tell you guys, like a lot of these things, these people these people tell you who they are up front. But we don't want to make a decision about being with somebody based on question number 2. And question number 2 is, what do you do? And a lot of this stuff is
charming. If they got all this charisma, people will think you crazy for not being with that person. Like, hold on, why would you be with somebody like that? And then, but they don't see the behind the closed doors type thing going
Absolutely.
on, right?
We didn't meet behind closed doors. See, you can't, if you gonna make a decision, Rhonda, most of us make a decision how we feel publicly. We don't make a decision on the closed doors now. Jeff Samuels over here.
You are not going to justify narcissism.
I'm not trying to justify it, Rhonda, but I am justifying why people get into it. I'm justifying how it happens to people.
Well, because you have a predator and a prey. That's what it is.
Or we're basing
our relationship. It's a predator and a prey.
I agree with that. Or we're basing our relationships on what we want publicly and not privately. We spend so much time focusing on public that on private we sleep, we tired. We put our effort on public. And a narcissist
you locked up in the closet. You hiding under the bed. There's a difference. There's a difference between a regular couple arguing and then a narcissist who's holding you, keeping you down under their thumb.
Who closet got locks on the door? What in the world kind of house? My house ain't got no closet, no locks on the closet.
Again, I done seen too many Lifetime movies. People grooming you. People will groom you.
That's what I think, Rhonda. I think that's what I'm trying to say to you, which is people are focusing on the public agendas rather than the private agendas, because the narcissist focuses on that public component of it. Not
but
the
controlling, but thinking that this person, like, oh my God, he's so into me, it's also a fine line between being controlling.
Yeah.
And one day it's going to tip over to the other side, and you just like, hold on.
I get it. Now, y'all, see, that's one of the things I want everybody to understand who listens to this podcast. I don't disagree with anything Rhonda's saying. I'm just giving everybody a different perspective. I'm giving people a different perspective that some of y'all are actually embracing. Some of y'all want this excitement.
Get knocked upside the head.
Well, now I ain't talking about the physical component. I'm just talking about the psychological. I'm talking about the psychological component. Because at the end of the day, the best part about a narcissist is that they ain't hiding it. Right? And this is why, okay, why you treating me so good? Right? Why you treating me so good? Why you doing all this for me? Right? Sometimes, look, man, we got taught to put them on wait a minute on things when people start doing something that ain't normally done for you. You got taught to pump the brakes a little bit. Especially when you didn't earn it. And if I'm doing something for you to glorify myself versus, hey, look, man, I heard you like steak. I'm going to take you to a steakhouse. But if I take you to a steakhouse and then it's all about how everybody knows me and it's all about me, now you got a problem because I ain't taking you because you like steak. I'm taking you so you can be praised.
But you also have to be careful because you also have to, if you have a waiter instead of a waitress, are you checking out the guy?
And vice versa, right?
To this restaurant.
And vice versa, right? To make a good point.
But most of the time, look, I'm not saying women can't do it, but majority of the time, it's going to be a male-dominated field.
I ain't saying y'all guilty, but it's typically y'all.
Yes. Where's the lie?
But they... Rhonda representing for the ladies tonight. Rhonda, what's your final thought for the night?
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't care how good the D is. I don't care how they love bomb you. It's always going to come with something on the other end. And I don't know if you could actually cash a check.
Okay.
You know the little saying.
Don't write a check your butt can't cash.
Your butt can't cash. Yes. That part.
It
was good, but you got me hot tonight.
Look, guys, I'm gonna keep it simple with you guys. At the end of the day, relationships require a lot of attention, a lot of management, and that kind of thing. If you don't want a stable, boring relationship, just understand that if you pick a narcissist, it's going to be constant work daily. Just like if I go and buy a Honda Accord, I'm buying a Honda Accord because it ain't going to break down every day. A light ain't going to come on every day. It's going to be a dependable, stable car. But if I go buy a yellow Lamborghini, every time I crank it up, something's going to go wrong. But it's going to look cool on the outside when I'm driving it, even though the service light on, even though the shocks light on, even though the oil light on, right? All these warning signs going to be there, but we going to look good publicly. If that's what you value, get with that narcissist, right? But don't ask me about why all the lights on the dash, because that's what's going on when we drive that car. But a lot of y'all ain't interested in stability. Nobody says get a gumdrop when they go get a Camry, right? If you ask anybody what's their dream car, it's going to be some exotic car that requires a lot of maintenance and something is always going
Which is
wrong.
why it's a dream.
And this is why, guys, most narcissists buy those cars. And it don't mean they're bad people. It just means you got to end up knowing that when I get with somebody who can afford these cars, they're going to come with different maintenance requirements than the guy who doesn't drive those cars. Neither one of those guys are better. They just got different maintenance requirements. Okay? And that's my final thought, man. And y'all know what it is. It's Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. I'm the real cigar Jeff. Man, y'all know the routine. Is Rhonda and Jeff on something? Are we crazy or are we on something? Get down in the comment section. Let us know who you agree with. Do you agree with the resident relationship expert? Or do you agree with the resident love doctor?
Oh, Lord.
The resident love doctor, man. Get down in the comments. Let us know what you think. Y'all know the routine, man. Mash that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Turn that bell for notifications. I got to thank my resident relationship expert for coming in around and let them know where they can find you on the socials.
I don't know about tonight, but it's RMBLMBT.
Man, again, her information is tagged below. The links are tagged below. Get down there, man. Study that. Study those articles, man. If you in one of these situations, do what you got to do to make the relationship better, or you got to get out of it. Right? It may not be something you can fix. Right? It may be something that you just got to walk. It may be something you got to walk away from. Rhonda said, "I came, I saw, I left early." That's what the shirt say. That's where some of y'all might be, man. Get down in the comment section. Mash that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for notifications, support the channel, get the merch. And until next time, we gonna holler.